Hello and welcome to the episode 6 recap of Gossip Girl. This does appear to be the last one because we have reached the end of part 1. I am going to be replacing the Gossip Girl recaps though with Riverdale because Riverdale's back again. So the first 40 minutes of this episode, I thought it was over for the show basically. And then a miracle happened and they gave us the show that we wanted. Like, it was kind of scandalous, a little steamy, like some drama. It was good fun, and I think that's nice for those of us who've been tuning in every week, kind of rooting for this show. Anyway, onto the video. So this episode seems to be all about families, and I'm glad because Jillian's dad is kind of hot, and I genuinely like Max's parents. The teacher has the audacity to still text Max, so this isn't over. Given how bizarrely vindictive the teachers are on the show, we can expect some shenanigans. Zoe are being weird and shy about texting each other good morning, and I'm guessing it's because Obi exposed Simon last week, and she still feels weird about him being an idealist who doesn't really take any action. Jules' dad is disappointed because she got a bad grade on the PSAT, and he's trying to encourage her to invest more in her education, but she has a brand and a business, and she's trying to convince her dad that she'll be able to make a legit living out of that, which, isn't a lie. Zoya catches her dad texting Kate, and I didn't really listen to the rest of this conversation. She's complaining about Obi. Audrey doesn't want to go to school, and she's been at the hospital all week looking out for her mom. Max brings her some food, Aki brings her a change of clothes, and this is good. I love that Max is coming back into the friendship fold and he has a storyline with them again. Kate now has a schedule for Gossip Girl and she's giving off very strong girl boss energy here. She wants to expand, she wants to report on fashion fails, just ew to all of them and all of this. Then she gets a text from Zoya's dad inviting her to dinner. One of the teachers suggests that she could go and get some dirt on Zoya/Jillian's dead mother. Luna is excited to take Jules' brand to the next level, so she suggests a collaboration, and I guess we're going to get a behind the scenes look at her influencer stuff. I can honestly never tell though if Jillian is even into it or not because she doesn't seem to be, but okay. Also, I miss Monet. Like, how dare she not be in this episode at all? So the teacher is low-key kind of stalking Max, and it's weird, it's gross, it's desperate. Max tells them in no uncertain terms, though, that they're done. I feel like they were really heavy-handed with this Audrey in the hospital storyline. They have her just being rude to hospital staff, and I get it, she's stressed about her mother, but all of her yelling throughout this episode made me kind of anxious. It was too much. Ooh, and then something interesting happens. This chemistry between Obi and Jillian is good, right? I touched on this a couple of episodes ago and I was happy for them to just be friends, but I've changed my mind. I want this. Obi's mom is in town and Jillian tells Zoya that Obi is kind of scared of her, so she, as in Zoya, has to make the first move to meet her. This is such dumb advice. I mean, if it means a lot to you to meet your boyfriend's parents, but he doesn't want you to or isn't ready, going behind his back to meet them anyway is not the move. Like, just talk to him, Zoya. Also, they've been dating for about a month, so it's no big deal. Although Obi's not completely blameless in this, we'll get to that in a bit. So the teacher tells Kate that he has some kind of insider scoop for Gossip Girl, and I guess this is going to be his revenge for Max breaking up with him. Zoya goes to introduce herself to Obi's mother, and it turns out that Obi didn't even tell his mom that he'd broken up with Jillian. At first, I thought that the mother was going to be rude and dismissive, but she's actually nice to Zoya and invites her to dinner with the Menzies, so Aki's parents. Also, it turns out that Obi lied about her visit being a surprise, so he deliberately withheld that from Zoya. Bless Jillian though, because she seems to be really genuine and she helps Zoya out. Zoya is so clumsy though, I'm certain that whatever plan she cooks up won't work. So Zoya shows up to the dinner that she initially declined and she ends up Zoyaing all over the place. I think it was Obi who called it that. She challenges Aki's dad, who is this Rupert Murdoch type of character, and Obi's mom, who wants to demolish a shelter and build luxury condos. My ideals align with Zoya's here, but I found her so rude and pouty, I can't. Meanwhile, across town, we get to sit in on a boring sponsorship deal meeting with Jillian and some brands. This is such a lazy storyline, come on. Zoya gets mad at Obi for not standing up to his mother. Obi is being so wishy-washy though, and he always has been. I don't know what Zoya expects. Okay, so, oh goodness, we're gonna have to talk about this. The inside scoop that the teacher gave to Gossip Girl is that Max has an STI. This is seriously bullying, oh man. Anyway, his plan doesn't work. Max is like, Fine, let everybody think that. I'd rather sleep with no one than with you. As Max leaves, we see that the teacher is on this dating app and he's going to swipe right on Max's dad, who has a profile on there. This storyline makes my stomach hurt. Kate gives a 10-minute presentation speech about herself on her date with Zoya's dad, and I guess he's interested, but who cares? Audrey might have also accidentally outed Aki to his parents and she freaks out about it. Zoe have a fight and she says that she can see what he's like around Jillian. I mean, does Zoya even like Obi though? Because I don't know. I suppose if I were in a relationship when I was 15 years old though, I might also have been confused and acted out. So I'm gonna cut her some slack here. Obi then tells Jillian to stay out of his relationship basically, and he asks her if she's sabotaging. They have a moment and I swear I sensed something here. How does such a boring guy like Obi have such great chemistry with Jillian? I hope we get a messy love triangle situation and some real sister drama, please. Finally, Zoya is happy because Obi is taking a stand. He's at a protest, protesting his mother's company's condo thing. She runs off to go and meet him there, but uh-oh. Aki's mother tries to connect with him, and it seems that she would actually be supportive of who he is, but she senses that he's not ready, so she backs off a little. I like her, and I like the storyline. He's so adorable. Max talks to his father, and his father tells him that nothing happened between him and the teacher. He tells his dad that the teacher's not a good person. I don't know who this actor is, but he's so good, right? I mean, he's always been good at playing the character Max, but it really just stood out for me this episode, and a couple of episodes ago when he was interacting with his parents. And then, oh my goodness, it's starting. Jillian arrives as moral support for Obi, and she joins him in the protest just as Zoya arrives. Zoya's upset and she runs off, and I genuinely feel bad for her here, but this is good. Then Aki's dad outs him on national TV to save his own skin and prove that he's not a homophobe. Zoya demands to know if Jillian still loves Obi, and Jillian says yes, but that she knows that Obi loves Zoya. Then we have some really fun and steamy final scenes. Audrey gives a thank you dinner to Aki and Max. I knew how this was going to end. I'm here for it. Also, look at Max's jersey in this scene. It's good, right? It's like that cable knit jersey that Chris Evans wore in the movie Knives Out. Anyway. And then, finally, as Jillian and Obi are running away from the protest because the police have arrived, they kiss. It was fireworks, you guys, seriously. And there you have it, episode 6 of Gossip Girl that ended on such a high note for me. Still not without its issues, but I'm happy I've stuck around. Anyway, thank you for watching.